Welcome to day 3 for English 102. I'm hoping these videos will be a good replacement for class today, although we'll go through things a little more quickly. What I wanted to do in class today is spend roughly half of our time on essay number 1 that you're working on, and then look ahead to essay number 2, talk about the book just a little bit, and talk about the article just a little bit. That we'll have to do more briefly, and then look ahead to introduce the next assignment. This video will cover these first few and introduce the writing workshop. Then you'll have a separate assignment to do the workshop. I'll make another short video to talk about the final draft, and then hopefully a short video about these things as well. For starters, I just wanted to go over the rubric that I will use to grade essay number 1. I thought it would perhaps help you thinking about your own essay, as well as help you think about the writing workshop today. First of all, I'm going to use a simple 50-point scale here, rubric here, and but I wanted to highlight just a few things. First, basic requirements. I'll give you 5 points just for kind of following those guidelines. Form and content focuses on the episodic idea and whether the essay has a clear focus overall. That's one of the challenges that we've talked about, is finding a focus and having every section of the essay contribute in some way to that. The next one is a sort of broad category: development and coherence. Do you develop that main idea fully, thoughtfully, thoroughly? Have you thought deeply about the issue in a sense? And is the essay clear and coherent? Does it use specific examples, strong descriptive language, that sort of thing? Finally, proofreading and presentation is worth 5 points. What I want you to notice in these is that those first and last two together are important, but not of primary importance. And so in part, as you think about the workshop, these are certainly things that you should focus on in preparing your final draft, but when you think about the workshop, your attention should not be primarily helping others proofread. In many cases, people won't have a polished enough draft to really worry about correcting spelling and that sort of thing yet. Your challenge instead, although you can comment on these things, is to help the writer think about these things. Does the author use the episodic form effectively? Well, that's something for you to think about as an author, but also as a reader. Can you help the writer think about whether the essay could have a clearer focus? Or can you help the writer think about how to develop the theme further? Or can you ask questions about, let's say, a childhood event to help the writer take further his or her ideas? So think about your challenge in the workshop as really helping the author think about form and content, development, coherence, depth, clarity, those sorts of things, not so much proofreading. I'm assuming that many of you have done some sort of writing workshop in English 100 or 101. I won't say a whole lot. If we were together, we could probably discuss a little bit of the rationale behind this and how you've done it before. But my basic idea is all writers write for an audience. Your audience should not be limited to just me as your teacher. I'd like you to at least hear back from some readers. And also, I want you to act as a thoughtful, engaged reader. I think one great way to improve as a writer and to work on your own writing is to spend time thinking seriously about someone else's writing and to pay close attention to how classmates completed this same assignment, which will be in some very different ways, I'm sure. The writing workshop itself we'll handle in different ways this semester, but for this one, I'll give you directions on Blackboard. Your basic challenge will be to take two essays by classmates, which you'll find online, read them carefully from start to finish, and then reread the essay and answer these questions. And in this case, I boiled them down to sort of 4 broad categories. You don't have to answer necessarily every question, but answer these thoughtfully. How's it going so far? What do you like about it? What's working? What do you find most compelling, etc.? And then, if at all possible, comment in at least one area you were confused, where you had questions. Make one specific suggestion. Maybe it's as simple as, I love the story of your preschool teacher helping you with, or reading stories to you. Can you go into more detail? Can you mention specific stories? Can you talk about what that classroom was like or felt like? Then, without asking the author, and this process writing is something we would have done in class, so forget about that. How would you summarize the main purpose or theme of the essay? That may be easy to do. That may be really hard to do. Part of the challenge here is for you to show the writer how clearly that focus or purpose or theme is coming through. Third, does it develop it thoughtfully and thoroughly? Can you point to at least one place where the author might say more, dig deeper, go further? And then finally, is it clear and coherent? Can you point to suggestions on issues of style, sentence level correctness? Again, that's where proofreading might come in, but even if you feel that your ability to correct grammar and that sort of thing isn't that strong, that really doesn't matter. The point here is, where were you confused? Where can you point to even questionable spots that the writer could work on? So that's all I'll cover in this short video. The next thing you'll see on Blackboard is the writing workshop itself. I'm going to give you a couple days to complete that. We'll treat that as an above-the-line assignment, but if you'd like to basically take the time that you would have been in class to do that, sit down at a computer and take some time and enjoy the reading of a few the writing of a few classmates and respond thoughtfully. That's it for this one. Move on to the next assignments on Blackboard, and let me know if you have questions.